Today I'm reviewing both versions, Flashback for the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. Now this game you control a character called Conrad. You have to go through 8 levels I think from memory. I've not played this game in about 6 months, so I may be wrong about that, but you control Conrad. I mean, the point is to get to Earth basically, I think, and just avoid evil aliens. And now this is an absolute amazing game. I mean, I think it's 8 stages long, like I said. I think it's a cinematic platforming game. I mean, it's really fun. I mean, there are save features virtually everywhere, so it's not the hardest game in the world, but there are difficult jumps you've got to make. This game reminds me of a game I did a few weeks ago. It reminds me of Blackthorn, but not as difficult as Blackthorn in my opinion. It's very hard, it's a hard game, but not as hard as Blackthorn. It reminds me of Blackthorn in every way. So yeah, would I recommend Flashback for the Super Nintendo and the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis? Absolutely. The game's a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this game. It also got released for other consoles as well as the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, but I've never played them other games, but I'm assuming the same gameplay. This game is amazing. I mean, it had a sequel called for the PlayStation. I mean, Fade to Black. That game's not as good, but I'm not going to go into details about that game. I'll do that in a future game, in a future review. It's definitely a downgrade to this game, but it's a sequel kind of. So yeah, this game, the point of the game is to just, I think there's 8 levels, like I said. I think you just do the same thing, just avoid aliens and do complex puzzles, and there's save features everywhere. And I think you talk to a few people, but not many, and the enemies are cops at the beginning, alien cop looking enemies, and then aliens in space. And I think that's the end. When you get to the end of the game, I think your character falls asleep and is going back to Earth, and that's the end of the game. The credits roll. But the plot of this game is, I will admit, it's pointless, because after the levels, the game ends. He gets caught again anyway, because that's how Fade to Black for the PlayStation gets made, because he just gets caught again when he's asleep. So yeah, about this game, amazing. 10 out of 10.